Hi, a little bit of more explanation about the ball flight exercise. Now, we've changed this sheet slightly from the one demonstrated in that we've taken out the centre. And this was basically because we the old ball flight laws were that it was out in out, or in. Well, every swing really is an in because as long as you rotate vaguely, it will go in and then come back in. Okay, but so we're just sort of focusing on what is not now necessarily a truth, but a way to get something really effective out of the ball flight exercise that we could use within our career as a golf coach to make us more aware of the club face and what it's doing through at the start of the swing, throughout the whole of the swing until the finish, and become aware of that and how we can then influence people to help them in that way. And generally the importance of that as well, because it's finite. The ball will go within a certain proportion, somewhere between 65 and 95, where that club face is facing at separation. So on the exercise that I've done here now, just to show you how it works, I've thrown together this. So I put 12 that were basically out to in swings, starting left of our stick, and 12 and 8 right of the stick. And then the spread pattern from that being this 5, 12, 3. Now the goal of the exercise really is that's the sort of like the spread exercise, and what we want to do is remove one of these sides to bring us to something like this, which will make it easier to target our pinprick. So this will become our pinprick. We want to change it, and it can go the other way as well, so you can have it that way. But basically we want to take one of these arrows away, and that's the point of the resultant ball flight, which I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to demonstrate a couple of these and how I've done them, and then that will leave you to be able to hopefully be effective in this exercise. So let's say that we've got these out to ins and we turn them to in to outs. So I put a blue dot next to those and then shown what happens over here. So basically, because we're changing from an out to in to out, the ball's now going to go right. Now it can't go further right per se, all right, but we're just going to move it one. So whether we go out to in, into out, out to in, we're only going to go one in a direction, the same as if we close the club face, we're only going to move it over one. So basically all these blue dots then move one over, okay? Where you've got these dots where you're already on a into out path, they'll stay exactly where they are, they won't move. So where they will move, they will move. So I've taken the blue dots, added them up, and we now get a different spread pattern from the 5, 12, 3. We now get 11 down the centre and 9 to the right. If I swap that around and then move them over there, then that takes all of those, the resultants of those ball flights. So I'll just make that a little bit clear. So all of these now relate to the results of those. So all of those are the ones that will change, and that will give us a pattern of 11, 8, 1. And then it's quite simple after that. You either close the club face, which means that everything will move one, or you open the club face, which will mean everything will move over one this way, and then you'll get those results. Now I've worked this particular exercise out, and my overall conclusion is that if we close the club face, we have 17 left and 3 to the centre, okay? So basically that would mean now that we've got a tendency to go left, so this would be the chosen aim. Now you might even actually decide to go a fraction out there, so that now your those those ones that went straight are actually just finishing right, but your 17 are going on the target. And again, I think that's the fun of the exercise, that it's now telling you really that, you know, we can close the club face also through aim as well. Now, whether we do this dynamically or static, i.e., you know, we just made a hole change, or we change the aim of the club at address, then we'd have to see that. So there are other things going on in this ball flight exercise, other things within ball flight laws that we're going to need to know about, D-plane, and all sorts of other things that will have an effect. The smash factor will have an effect somewhere within this relationship. But basically, this is an exercise for you to pay attention to what that client's doing. So again, one of the things that you could observe when your client's doing this exercise is how specific does he aim each and every time? Did he vary his aim? Were his shoulders open at one stage, closed at another? Was his club face open at one stage, closed at another? Were there any differences? If he was very precise in his work, then these figures are going to be even more productive. So have fun with this. It might cause you a little bit of confusion. That's what the internet's for. That's what your buddy coach is for. That's what the network's for. Come back, see how I work this out, and if necessary, call me. So have fun, and we'll be speaking to you on the interactive sessions about this exercise. I look forward to talking.